to my YouTube channel, The Coder's Code. It's been a while, actually a whole year since episode 3 of Let's Explore Scratch, but I'm super excited to be back with episode 4. In this episode, we're diving into events blocks, the blocks that literally start everything in your Scratch project. From clicking the green flag to pressing a key or receiving a broadcast, these blocks are the spark that sets your code in motion. This video is a totally beginner-friendly video, so don't worry if you're just getting started. In fact, if you're just getting started, this video is perfect for you. So let's get into it. What exactly are events blocks? They're the yellow-colored blocks in Scratch. Now you may be like, oh, even control is yellow. But control is actually a bit more orange than yellow in my opinion. So that's one way you can distinguish between the two. Another thing is that events blocks literally don't do anything on their own. They only start other blocks. For example, when green flag clicked, when space key pressed, when the sprite clicked, all of these are events blocks. They let your code listen for something to happen, like a click, a key press, or even a message, and then react to it. Events blocks help you build interactive projects and help you to start any project. Want your game to start when you press the spacebar? Use an events block. Want your character to dance when someone clicks on it? Use an events block. Want one sprite to tell another sprite to do something? Use broadcast, which is also an events block. Okay, now let's explore each block one by one. Firstly, we have when green flag clicked. This block runs the script whenever the green flag above the stage is clicked. It's the most common way to start a Scratch project. Here's an example script. When green flag clicked, say, let's go for 2 seconds. Now whenever you click on the green flag, Scratchcat says let's go. You also have a stop button beside the green flag. I have a pause button because I use Scratch add-ons. The link to that video will be in the description box below. Next up, we have when space key pressed. This block runs the script when a specific key, in this case space, is pressed. You can change space to the up arrow, down arrow, right, left arrow, any of the letters, and any of the numbers. Or you can just click on any key. For now, I'll change it to up arrow because when the up arrow is pressed on my keyboard, I want the Scratchcat to move upwards. So for that, when up arrow key pressed, change Y by +10. So now, there you go. Now when it comes to games or literally any projects, Scratchers usually have player movements controlled by their keyboards. In order to do this, you use this block specifically. So when you click on the up arrow, goes up, down, left goes left, and right goes right. So how exactly do you do that? I'll show you right now. When up arrow key pressed, change Y by 10. When down arrow key pressed, change Y by -10. I've explained these blocks in the first episode, I believe, of Let's Explore Scratch. When left arrow key pressed, change X by -10. When right arrow key pressed, change X by +10. So now, back, up, down, left, right. Fun, right? Next up, we have when the sprite clicked. This block runs the script when you click directly on the sprite. I'll show you an example. When the sprite clicked, that is when the cat sprite is clicked, we'll say, ouch, for 2 seconds. So now we'll just let go of that for now and ouch for 2 seconds. Whenever I click it, it will say ouch. Next up, we have when backdrop switches to backdrop 1. For the sake of this example, I'm going to choose another backdrop. Perhaps Space City 2. Firstly, I'll show you an example of when you can use when green flag clicked with respect to backdrops. So when green flag clicked, I want the backdrop to go to the original one, which is the white stage. So for that, when green flag clicked, you can go to looks, switch backdrop to backdrop 1, which will switch the backdrop to backdrop 1 when the green flag is clicked. Let me show you. I'll just put it manually, Space City 2, and when you click on it, it goes back. Okay, next, perhaps when the remove all this, when the space arrow key is pressed, we can switch the backdrop to backdrop number 2. This way we're implementing all of the events blocks, not all, whatever we've learned so far. So when green flag clicked, switch to backdrop 1, when space key pressed, switch backdrop to Space City 2. Now, when the backdrop switches to Space City 2, I want the cat to perhaps say something. Maybe, ooh, space. Okay, let's test this out. And there you go. When green flag clicked, switches it to backdrop 1. When space key pressed, switches it to the Space City 2. When backdrop switches to Space City 2, the cat says, ooh, space. That is one example in which you can use this block. When backdrop switches to backdrop 1, this block runs the script when the stage backdrop changes to the one selected. Next up, we have when loudness greater than 10. This block runs the script when the sound picked up by the microphone is louder than the number given. Usually, as soon as you drag it onto the stage, Scratch will ask for permission to use your microphone. I already did that before the last time I used this, so it isn't really going to ask me again. So when loudness greater than 1, maybe I want Scratch Cat to say hello. So now I'm speaking with a volume or loudness greater than 10, so Scratch Cat is saying hello. You can also change loudness to timer, which I will explain when we come to the sensing category. You'll understand why when I reach over there. So for now, let's stick with loudness. And clearly my loudness is greater than 10 every time I speak. You can also change 10 to 5, 4, whatever you want. Let me go farther away from the microphone and see if Scratch picks that up.
Hello. 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 Oh my god.
My mic is so sensitive that even when I'm whispering, Scratch Cat is able to pick that up. And even when I wasn't saying anything and rolling my chair, it said that the loudness was greater than 10. Holy moly. Okay, so I just tried being so silent, pin drop silent, and it didn't pick up any sound for the first time since I dragged this block over to the editor. Remove that because it's just irritating that the cat keeps saying hello. Okay, next up we have, this is a fun one. I'm going to remove all of this for the sake of explaining the next. I'll explain the next 3 ones at once because they're all interconnected. First off, when I receive message 1. This block runs the script when a broadcast message with a matching name is received. And the matching name in this case is message 1. If you click on it, you have the option to create a new message. So I'll create a new message called Start Dance. Okay, for the sake of explaining this, I'm going to click on a new sprite. Choose a sprite, perhaps a basketball. This looks better in my opinion. Then when the basketball is clicked, so when the sprite clicked, I'll broadcast Start Dance. So when I click on this, broadcast Start Dance. Then Scratch Cat is going to receive Start Dance and then repeat 10, turn 15 degrees. So what's happening over here is when the ball is clicked, it broadcasts a message called Start Dance, literally broadcasts it. The Scratch Cat picks it up, and if there were more sprites, then you could also program all the other sprites to pick up this Start Dance. And then after Start Dance picks it up, the Scratch Cat turns 15 degrees towards the right 10 times. There you go. Scratch Cat's dancing, I guess. Ooh, he's got some moves. Now you may ask, what's the difference between broadcast Start Dance and broadcast Start Dance and wait? I'm going to show you right now. So you may ask, what's the difference between broadcast and broadcast and wait? I'll show you an example now to differentiate between the two. But an easier definition is that broadcast and wait sends a message like the regular broadcast, but pauses the current script until the receiving scripts finish. For example, when basketball clicked, broadcast, play music, and wait. Then we want the basketball to say welcome for 2 seconds. And when I receive play music, repeat 10, turn 15 degrees towards the right. So what's going to happen by theory is that when this sprite is clicked, play music is going to be broadcasted, and we'll make a separate block using a separate script using the events blocks. When I receive play music, which the basketball itself will receive, we'll play basketball bounce until done. And by theory, what's going to happen is it's going to broadcast play music. Then the basketball is going to receive play music, going to play the basketball sound, and then it's going to say welcome. And another thing that could also happen is that the Scratch Cat will also rotate at the same time that the sound plays. But welcome is only going to be said after this message is broadcasted. If I were to use broadcast, then by theory, everything would happen simultaneously. But in this case, sound is going to be heard, Scratch Cat is going to turn at the same time, but welcome will only be said after both of those actions are over. To make it more simpler, I'll just remove this over here. And now what's going to happen is when the sprite clicked, it's going to broadcast play music. When I receive play music, play basketball bounce until done. And only after this will the basketball say welcome. Hope that makes sense. Let's try it out. There you go. It plays the sound, then only does it say welcome. But if I change this to only broadcast, it's all happening simultaneously. Welcome and the sound are playing simultaneously. But with broadcast and wait, first the sound plays, then it says hello. You can also put this over here. You can remove the sound, and now what's going to happen is after the Scratch Cat turns, the basketball is going to say welcome. But if I just put broadcast, they all happen simultaneously. So that's the difference. Broadcast and wait happen separately, broadcast simultaneously. That's all you need to know. Okay guys, that's it with this video. I hope you understood everything. I think the last bit was a little bit confusing, but I have repeated it several times, so hopefully you understood that. If you're new, welcome to scratch.mit.edu. It's such an amazing website. It actually started my entire coding journey, so I'm extremely thankful for it, and hopefully you guys also become as into Scratch than I was in the past, and I still am. I'm very thankful to it overall because Scratch is the website that inspired me to continue with computer science in the future as well, hopefully. And yeah, that's it with this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Subscribe if you want, click on that like button, share with your friends, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!